I welcome you back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing fine. So it's been a month ever since I uploaded a new video, and I am back today with something very interesting. I hope you like this. So if this is your very first time to watch my videos, don't forget to subscribe, and if you are really enjoying this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Today I'm here to share with you a 30 days writing challenge. I've tried it out. Just like I said, I've not been actually uploading for the last 30 days, and today I'm back and I really want to share with you those tips. I hope you find them helpful in one way or the other. So the moment I realized that I was really getting some hard time getting done with my writing projects, improving on my writing skills, so I decided to try out something new, and it really worked out for me. Today is the last day of my challenge, and I'll be sharing with you from day 1 to day 30. So on day number 1, it was all about describing my personality. On this day, I did write about myself, who I am, what I do, things about me, what I enjoy doing and all that. So it was really easy for me that on that day I was able to end it successfully, especially as I sat down, I saw a description of who I am. Then number 2, I did write about things that make me happy. Do you really know what makes you happy? Actually, I didn't know that even watching movies makes me happy. I didn't know that just listening to other people sharing their stories with me can really make me happy. Even just eating food, actually the food I love, I realized that it makes me happy. So it was really a very good experience for me. On day number 3, I wrote about a memory. So I sat down and tried to recollect so many memories in my life, happy moments, sad moments. So I decided to write on one of the worst memories in my life. So I didn't just write it in a way of consoling myself. I did write about it and even the lessons I learned from that. On day number 3, I wrote about the places I really wanted to visit. So most times I always loved visiting outside Kampala. On day number 4, I decided to write on the places that I really wanted to visit. So places I want to visit. So I always love visiting places actually out of my country, where people are talking about them. I see them on social media, on Google and all that. So this time, as I sat down to really digest the kind of places that I really wanted to visit, and I found out that I would love to know my country. There are places in my country I've not visited, and it would be a very good adventure for me to visit them. On day number 5, I wrote about my parents, and I came up with an article, Arts of Diamonds, about my parents, and actually realizing how good they have been to me. Ever since I became a parent, actually, I appreciate my parents even more than the way I used to appreciate them. So I wrote about them, and I realized they are so unique to me. They are so a blessing not to me only, but even to other people. On day number 6, I wrote about my status as a married person, but then I realized at first I was like, okay, let me write about being married and happy. So if you're out there and you really want to take on this challenge and you are single, you can just say, single and happy. But as for me, I wrote about being married and then happy. It's not something very easy, something you can just play around with, but I wrote a few things about being married and even being happy. So if for you want to write about being married and being sad, well and good. Being single and being sad is well and good. So it's up to you on how you really want to bring out what you want to bring out. So on day number 7, my favorite movie. So unfortunately, I have so many movies. I don't have a single movie that I'll say it's my favorite movie. So I have a bunch of movies. I tried to focus on one, but then I realized that I have a bunch of favorite movies, and that's what I did. Then number 8, I wrote about the power of music. Most people actually ask me why I love listening to oldies. I listen to oldies because they really play a big role in my life. They they inspire me a lot. I learned a lot from them. So I read about many of them and listed them. So on day number 9, I wrote about happiness. What is real happiness in my own opinion? What makes me happy? What can stop me from being happy? What I need to do to be happy. So it was really a very good day for me. It was a very good experience writing about what makes me happy. On day number 10, I wrote about on day number 10, your best friend. So I wrote about my best friend. As for me, I have so many good people in my life, but then I take my family to be my best friend, because other things can disappear from my life. Other people can disappear from my life, but my family will always be my family, and they'll always be close to me. On day number 11, I wrote about my sisters, what makes them to be so unique, what I've learned from them, where I feel like, okay, they are so stubborn or they go wrong. So I was really honest as I wrote about them. On day number 12, I wrote about my favorite TV series. It was really something very hard for me, because I have so many TV series that I love. But this time round, I did write about the Blacklist. I love that series so much, the Blacklist, and I really can't wait for. So I'm so excited about the Blacklist coming again in November. On day number 13, my favorite book. So I decided to write about my favorite book, and that was The Joy of Motherhood from a Nigerian novelist. And it was really a very, it's that novel that I've read over and over, that I don't get tired of what it has in there. Then number 14, describe your style. So I describe my style. There are things I do and other people find them to be so weird. And actually, I don't love. I'm not a. I'm not a fan of dancing, and someone actually was making fun of me that even I cannot shake, my arm and do that. That's my style. I rather sit down and listen to music, my audios, than dancing. I'd rather be home with my daughter than actually going out to the beach or to the club and do that. That's what makes me happy. That's my own style, and it's based on my principles. Then number 15, this is what happened. I started if you could run away, where would you go? So if I could run away, on day 15, I was like, if I could run away, where would I go? Actually, it's verified that I thought of running and go and have some good time with my maternal grandmother, because I really love her so much and I enjoy each and every bit. So I would run to Masaka, deep in the village, and have some good time with my grandmother. So on day number 16, to write about someone I miss. And I decided that, did I really miss? Yeah. So write about someone I miss. So I wrote about my paternal my grandfather. May his soul rest in peace. I know he's really in the right place. So he died a few years. So he was like my second father. He was a man of his own. I miss him so much, and I'll always be a good girl, as he always taught me and my siblings. And then number 17, ways to win my heart. So I was like, oh, how can someone win my heart? So it's something I think I've argued out with my husband a lot. And I'm like, you don't know what you want. I was like, if you really want to win my heart, this is what you need to do, and even other people. So I kind of like listed a lot of things, around 20 of them, that actually, if anyone is to win my heart, that's what you're supposed to do. And actually, I think he's missing out 2 things, but he's always there. So he's around. He has been able to do the 18 things, but then still remaining with you. Please, my guy, try as much as you can to completely do that. And it was really something fun and nice trying out. On day number 18, 30 facts about myself. Yes, 30 facts about myself. I know, like, one of them is I talk a lot. Secondly, I want things to be done if I want them to be done. The other thing, I hate someone disrespecting me. I hate someone actually tampering with my family. hey, if it comes to my family, I can go crazy and I can really really be that lion. And so many other things. I love reading. I love spending time in the walls of my home and so many other things. So it was really really fun and a day to remember. Then 19th, write about how I felt the first day I held my daughter. That was on the 16th of November in 2018. So, it was that moment that I had a moment of silence. It was very hard for me actually to describe the feelings that I had on that day when I became a mother, when I first felt the joy of motherhood. So it's one of those days that I really listed on my top, on the top of this list after the challenge. And I really love her so much. So I pray that she becomes that woman, just like the one I wrote about during this day of my challenge. On day number 20, my celebrity crush. Celebrities do a lot of great things. They reach out to many people. They share. I just discovered that I don't have a crush on anyone. I just love and enjoy what they do. So I don't have a crush on any celebrity, but I just love what they do. I appreciate, and I pray that they continue doing that. On day 21, write about love. So love is one of those topics that people, if you can have around 100 people and put them in one room and tell them to write about love, they'll give you automatically 100 definitions of love and they'll all be right. So we have different perceptions about love, considering on how we receive it, how we feel and all that. So it was really something very nice as I wrote about what I consider to be love, and how it feels like to be loved, why it's very important to be loved and even to love others. Then number 22, write about the day. So with this one, it wasn't something strange that I didn't struggle a lot, because I do that on a daily basis. As I update my diary, I do journal every day. So as I wrote about today, what I think today is all about, I realized that it's really very important to take a record of the things that happen in our lives on a daily basis. So on day number 23, I wrote a letter to someone all in one. So, we've seen this most times where people write letters to people even they do not know. But then something very unique, I write letters to myself, and I've ever written a letter to someone. Actually, kid was 4 years, and he had opened the letter at the age of 8 years, and it was really something very very good. And I hope that we can try to do that. Let's write letters to other people we don't know, or people we know. Day number 24, write about a lesson you've learned. Yeah, so we go through a lot of things, but then we have to learn something out of it. Then number 25, something inspired of the 11th image on your phone. So it's something very weird that as I scroll down to a count of 11th, as I scrolled my phone to really find out picture on the 11th position, I discovered that it was a picture of my husband and my daughter, and it was really something very 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 inspiring. So I wrote about it, the joy I feel each time actually I get to be around them and know that they are really a blessing to me. So you can take it as a challenge. What is the 11th picture in your phone? On your phone. Day number 26, write about your school. Yes, so currently I'm an online student, so I decided to write about my school, BYU, Idaho, and yeah, it really made sense to me. Then number 27, someone who inspires me. And then I realized that I don't have someone who inspires me, but I have people who inspire me a lot. I did write about that. Then number 28, write about loving someone. Yes, it's really healthy to love someone, because what you give out is what you get in return. So I wrote about it. And then number 29, my goals for the future. Oh, what's the future? To me, future is today. So I really had to write about my future, which is today. Each day that I get in my life is the day I consider to be a future, because that's the day that actually I can really talk about. I don't know what tomorrow will bring, and so forth. And lastly, day number 30, as I get done with my challenge today, which is the 30th day. So today I'll be writing about what I feel when I write. What I feel when I write. And I believe in my next video I'll share with you my experience about my writing challenge on the 30th day of this whole good experience. So that's what I've been able to come up for the last 30 days, and I hope we really learned something out of it. So we need to learn to appreciate each and every day of our lives, and even the activities that we find ourselves in. So don't forget to subscribe and also give me a notification button. See you next time. Bye bye.